Hello, friends. Hope you are well wherever you are in the world. Well, here's the big question. How much does it cost to keep chickens in your backyard? So your kids, your spouse, they talked you into chickens. Well, good for them. And get ready to have some fun. Now, one of the first questions that probably comes up, and probably did come up, is how much is this going to cost? The good news is chickens are really not that expensive to keep, and there are lots of ways to cut costs and save money. And this video will give you an idea of how much you can expect to spend on chickens and their basic needs, as well as some other ongoing costs. But before we do, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's a huge help to small-time content creators like myself. Also, check out robshop.com for some of my artwork on Etsy, and support my sponsors by visiting the links in the description below. Let's say you're starting a small flock. You're doing it the right way, and you're only going to get 3 birds. The approximate cost to raise 3 hens would be, the chickens are going to cost you in between $3 and $30 per chicken, depending on the age, the breed, etc. The coop. Are you going to get a recycled coop, something free, maybe something for a few dollars off of Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace? Or are you going to spend up to $2,000 and build a new one? Or are you going to have a carpenter build one for you in the $4,500 range? Average is usually around $500, and we'll talk about coops coming up. Feed is approximately $15 per month if you're going to have 3 birds. Miscellaneous items, maybe $10 a month. Now, I do want you to know, please take note, that all prices, I'm being very general with my estimate. They can vary greatly from state to state, between cities and towns, etc. So shop around for the best prices before buying, especially with ongoing expenses such as feed. All prices that I talk about are going to be in US dollars. So buying chickens, here's a tip. Start with small chickens instead of buying mature chickens. You can save quite a bit of money doing this, though. The downside is that you'll have to wait about 5 to 6 months for eggs. And I once calculated that if I bought day-old chicks instead of pullet hens from a breeder, I would have spent half the money I paid for those pullets. If you decide to raise your own chicks, you can expect to pay $3 to $5 per chick, and that's for a day-old bird. For popular breeds and for rare breeds, you can expect to pay up to $50 or more per chick. Older chicks and mature chicks, the prices vary greatly between breeds and age and location. So expect to pay $20 and $50 for a pullet and $5 to $15 per rooster. Tip: unwanted roosters are often offered as free to good homes. So if you're not fussy about the breed or quality and want to get a rooster for your flock, keep an eye out for free rehoming adverts. I see them all the time on the 2 places I listed, Craigslist and Facebook. Housing your flock. Now, if you decide to raise chicks, you'll need a brooder. A basic pre-made brooder will cost you between $75 and $100. Most chick owners build their own or improvise brooders out of large range of items. Old Rubbermaid tubs, crates, packing cases. Something that I've seen recently, people will go and get the big cardboard, the round boxes that, say, watermelons would come in. That is a fantastic brooder. And all of these things will serve you well for a small number of chicks. Make sure you allow enough space. Ideally, at least 1 square foot per chick, because these little guys are going to have to stay in there for about 6 weeks unless the weather is really mild, and then you can move them out to your coop sooner. You will need to keep your chicks warm in the first few weeks while they're feathering out. A heat lamp at least. There are many, many options, and I'll list a few of them in the description of this video. Feeders and waters for the brooder and later on in the coop cost between $8 and $40 depending on your size and design. You can save money by making your own waterers and feeders. I've got a video coming up especially for mature chickens. Experimented with a lot of different feeders and a lot of different watering systems, and I think I have it mastered, and I'm looking forward to that video coming up here in a few weeks. Tip: egg cartons make excellent feeders in the brooder for little chicks, and most shallow dishes can work quite well for water while the chicks are small. But know this, chicks will get in the water and they don't care where they are. They make a mess anywhere they are. It's important that you come up with a system for keeping the water clean. Older chicks and mature chicks will need a coop to sleep in and lay their eggs in. A pre-made coop can cost anywhere from $50 for a small secondhand coop to $400 for something brand new. A chick mansion can be somewhere in the $4,000 range. There are several pre-made coops that are okay. I made my own. I'll list a few again in the description below. There are many variations in coops, and I will put a few examples up here on the screen as well as some links in the description below. If you're handy, I recommend building your own coop. You can save a lot of money doing that. Feeding and bedding. 50 pounds of chick starter crumbles will cost you around $15 to $18. Prices differ quite a bit between medicated, non-medicated, organic, and regular feed, and of course between brands. Tip, you will pay less per pound if you buy big bags of food and break them into smaller portions. Grower and all flock feed for older chickens will cost you around $17 per 50-pound bag, and layer pellets between $15 and $30 for 50-pound bag, depending again on the brand and whether or not you buy organic or regular. Scratch grains, which chickens love, are about $10 per 50-pound bag. And then there are other higher end treats that I'm not going to even guess what they cost. Wood shavings is the bedding of choice for most, and that costs around $6 per quarter cubic meter. Straw will cost you about $3 and $12 per bale. Straw's not all that good. It gets wet, stays wet, has a tendency to create a mold issue. Not one of my favorites. A lot of people are experimenting right now with sand. I'm looking forward to getting some feedback on that. If any of you are using sand, let me know how it's going. Now, how much a chicken will eat is near impossible to say. Certain breeds, like Leghorns, for example, are not big eaters, and it also depends on the size of the chickens. The time of year also matters. Chickens eat more in the winter and less when it's hot. And a big variable in the feed is, do you free range them or not? A free range chicken can find a lot of food on its own, and a chicken kept confined in a coop or a run is going to eat a lot more feed that you need to provide it. As a rough guide, a chick will eat roughly 9 to 10 pounds of feed in its first 10 weeks. A mature standard-sized chicken will eat approximately 5 pounds of feed per month if it's allowed to free range, and an active laying hen, if it's confined in a coop, will need about 6 pounds of feed per month. In addition to feed and bedding, add roughly $10 a month just for miscellaneous stuff such as medicine, pest control, egg cartons, etc., etc. You won't know where it goes, but you'll spend $10 a month, I guarantee you. Another question that gets asked quite frequently is, will keeping my own hens work out cheaper in the long run than buying eggs from the shop or the store? Well, that pretty much depends on your financial input. You can save quite a bit of money by starting up and raising your chickens on a shoestring, doing a lot of things yourself like building your own coop, and you can save by shopping around for the best deals on feed. Also, check if you are allowed to sell any of the eggs in your state, county, whatever the rules are in your municipality, as that can help you recoup some of the money. That is it for me today. I'd love to get your thoughts, comments, and experiences on the costs of raising chickens in your world. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm so glad you were with me today. Check back. Talk to you soon. Before we take off today, here's a reminder to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It helps small-time content creators like myself in so many ways. Support my sponsors by visiting the links in the description. I've included links to any products mentioned or used. My artwork and other creative projects are available at robbshop.com. That is ROBBSHOPP.com. And remember, friends, there are no ordinary days. Make this one outstanding. Do something excellent for yourself and for someone else. I am out.